Hello and welcome to those of you who are celebrating Happy Easter. This is this is one of those VRs that I've been meaning to do for a while, but I realized it would take a little bit of preparation because you have to go through your tarot decks and pick out your major favorites. So I wanted to do it today. And I thought to myself, I don't know, excuse me, adjusting myself as per usual. I thought to myself, well, I really don't feel like going through all my decks. So I'm going to do it differently. Or, I don't know, maybe other people did it the same way. I'm going to think of the Major Arcana card, and the first image that pops in my head, I'll fish out the card, and that's what I'm going to present. Now, doing that was very interesting because I've been reading Rider-Waite for a very long time, and I expected that most of my cards, most of my Major Arcana faves, would instantly pop in my mind would be Rider-Waite, and they are not. There's a couple, but they're not primarily Rider-Waite. Also, I have quite a few tarot decks. I'm guessing if I were to, I didn't count them. I'm guessing that I always at about 24 tarot decks, solid, that I love, and there's always like 5 or 6 kicking around that are looking for a new home. There are, of these solid 24 tarot decks, there's the ones I use all the time, and then there's the ones that I keep because I love them, but I really don't use. Like, I don't read with very frequently. And there's a mix in my 22 favorites. So, let's begin. My favorite Fool card. The Fool already is a card that for me it's not my favorite card in the deck, put it this way. I feel indifferent towards the Fool. If the Fool were to disappear from the tarot deck, I probably wouldn't even notice. Sorry about that. But anyway, here we go. Is this one. When I think the Fool, I think of Rider-Waite. Then when I think and specifically the Commemorative Centennial. Maybe because I've been reading with this deck a lot since I got it. Maybe because I think it actually looks quite good. I don't know, but this is the first one that popped in my mind. So, the Fool, Rider-Waite's Pamela Coleman Smith's Commemorative Centennial deck, tarot deck. The next one, I thought Magician, and instantly I thought I was going to think Rider-Waite, or a Rider-Waite clone, or no. Marielle. This is the Magician that popped in my mind the second I thought Magician. I love this card for the Magician because I find that in Rider-Waite and all the clones, the Magician is very literal, or even in it's not this encompasses my feeling. Oh, that's another thing. The cards I picked are the ones that depict my feeling for that Major Arcana card, archetype. All right. The next one is the High Priestess. And for the High Priestess, for me, it's the Seer from the Wildwood Tarot. The next one is the Empress. The Empress, the card deck of the decks that I own, that gives me the strongest Empress feeling, is this one. And this is Druidcraft. Now, honorable mention, I don't have it anymore, but if I were to say the only other Empress card of tarot decks that I've had and used and is Mythic Tarot. So, but the Emperor. This card is the reason I got this deck. It's one of the first tarot decks I bought when I began watching TarotTube and started, and wanted to get something fun. It's the Emperor from the Halloween Tarot. I think that although this deck is, I don't know if it's intentionally kitschy or not, but I find that Frankenstein's monster for the Emperor is spot on. The Hierophant. Everyone's least favorite card. Well, from what I gather. I'm not a big fan of the Hierophant, the Pope, the Pape, that kind of portrayal for the Hierophant for number 5 in the Major Arcana, because I find that the second they slap, like, the traditional priest, pope, whatever, religious leader that looks Christian, and don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-Christian at all, but I find that it's stunting to read. This, however, is very clear to me. Tradition. And this is wide open in terms of interpretation. This is Tarot of the Chrome, Ellen Lorenzi Prince. The next card is the Lovers. And in the Lovers, there are a few honorable mentions. The stunning Marielle Lovers. Oh, sorry about the hairdo. It's damp and I just pinned it up. It's damp from shampoo. And I just wanted to pin it. I just popped it up and pinned it up out of the way. All right. Where was I? Ah, yes. The Lovers. So an honorable mention is the Marielle Lovers, because I think it's a beautiful card. However, the card that for me captures the feeling of the meaning of Arcana number 6 is the Lovers from Tarot the Golden Wheel. This is very Marseille, but this really depicts the result, the outcome, based on the choices we make. It really does have, it does capture choice. Sorry, a bit of an avalanche. Tarot the Golden Wheel. The next one is the Chariot, and the image that popped in my mind as soon as I thought the Chariot is Morgan Greer. I got iconic for me, tattooed on my brain. Strength. Strength is my birth card. So I went a little crazy with strength because I have 3 cards for strength. I know it's supposed to be 22 faves, but when do I ever stick to what I'm supposed to do? So I'm going to show you the card that when I think of the strength card, it's the card that I compare all others to. And it's the first one I ever saw in my life. And it's this one. And this is from Plaid Bat from the 80s. It's funny, I used to think this was a beautiful card back in the day, and now I look at it and it's like, not really. But anyway, I feel differently about it now. So this one is the strength card, my birth card, the strength card that I compare all others to. This is the first one that pops in my mind, and it's from Tarot the Magical Forest. The symbolism here is incredible. The lamb and the lion. I just love it. The energy is just it's yeah. And then my newest and then this one, and while that one popped in my head, this one has not let me go since I got it. So a little side note, me and this deck, we're not getting along at all. Like I'm not vibing with this tarot deck at all. But this card, This card is my favorite strength card. Regrettably, me in this deck. And little side note, I know it's completely has nothing to do with, well, no, I'm gonna do a review. Anyway, all right, next card, the Hermit. Let me just trying to get my posture, because I noticed my posture's no good lately. All right, the Hermit. So the first image that used to pop in my mind of the Hermit, of course, is the Rider-Waite-Smith Hermit. But then, today, a different card image popped in my head for the Hermit. It's from my Animal Wise Tarot. And it's this one, the owl. For me, it captures the energy of the Hermit, or what I interpret as the energy of the Hermit to be. Number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Second to the Fool, or for me, the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune are the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like it comes up in a reading and it's like, right? Anyway. But this is the image that pops in my mind based on my interpretation of the Wheel of Fortune. And it is from Tarot of the She. Sometimes you're the she in the foreground. Sometimes you're the ones in the background. Sometimes you gotta play, sometimes you have a bowl of fruit, and sometimes you're having to fend off lightning. There's a lot going on in this card. Hang on. There was an incident. Shattered light bulbs. Next. Number 11, Justice. So, again, I thought that Justice was instantly going to be Justice from Rider-Waite. Instead, this surprised me. The first image that popped in my head was from the Dark Goddess Tarot. Yeah. This is another tarot deck. I'm going to have to do a review at some point just to share with you my relationship with it. It's yeah, anyway, that'll be for another video. The Hangman. The Hangman, hands down, this one. Second to this one, because see, this one, I understand this one. When I see it, I know exactly what it means. It's not, I don't, my experience with the Hangman card when it comes out in a reading is not the new age, oh, looking at things from a different point of view. No, I see, when I see this card, usually it's heralding a time, or it's the message is trying to give you is that you're heading into a situation where, one, you're going to have to hang tight. Two, there's sacrifice involved. Three, there is you don't know how this is going to turn out. It really is not. You have no control over the outcome in this sense. This is the card of destiny. This is the card of, I believe that there are some things that are fated to happen to us, and we can skirt them based on the decisions we make. But then there's things that we came here, we have contracts. We came here to do things that are destined, things that are dictated by a higher power than our own that we have no control over. This card comes out. This is a card that says, what you're going through right now, you have no control. Give it up. Let go. Surrender. Surrender to this process. And you are being asked for a sacrifice. You're going to have to pay up whether you want to or not. So you might as well surrender and follow suit. And I think that one of my other decks that really capture that meaning is this one. This, if you look at the face on this, excuse me, nudity alert. If you look at his face, I love the face on this hangman because this one looks serene and looks like he has surrendered. This one looks like he was captured and tied up upside down in this tree, balls out, vulnerable, and he doesn't know what's going to happen. Like some wild animal going to come out of nowhere and have him for lunch. Is he going to survive exposure? Like, what if it gets really cold? Bugs? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, I don't ascribe to that whole, oh, this card is calling you to look at things from a different perspective. No, man. The hangman comes out and you are going through something, my friend, that you have no control over. You better just surrender to the process. Surrender to what's happening. Do your best. Next card. 13. Death. Morgan Greer. I love it. The scythe. The rose. This is the simplicity of it. The scythe. Beautiful. Temperance. Although I'm a Saint Magic practitioner and I was, work with angels, and the traditional temperance card doesn't do it for me. Never has. Maybe because in Rider Waite, I look at temperance, I look at the star, and I'm saying, okay, what's the difference? You know what I mean? Like, the star, I understand. Temperance is a bit, I don't know. I don't know what it's trying to tell me sometimes in a reading. Marielle, though, this I get. This tiger in what looks like the ocean and holding his own. Look at him. Beautiful. So that's Temperance. Marielle. This, oh, yeah, my Marielle is the first edition. Yeah, trimmed. The Devil. I have two favorite Devil cards. The first one, my all-time favorite, that makes me laugh because it's true. Housewives Tarot. By the way, this tarot deck, oh my god, it's funny. And this one too, this one needs its own video. This one, this is not a cute deck. This is not a comfort deck at all. So, Housewives Tarot, the Devil. And my other favorite, so these are the two that pop in my head when I think the Devil. Notice neither of them are Judeo-Christian, but anyway. Tarot of the She, Pan. Beautiful. All right, the Tower. You ready? Ariel. From the people, the charred people falling out of the burning tower, to the burning tower looking like a human figure on fire. The Star. So when I thought the Star, I thought right away I was going to go Rider Waite, because it's a beautiful card. Another one that comes to mind that's beautiful is Mythic Tarot, Pandora's Box. Although, for me, anyway, that's another conversation. But the card that really gives me the feeling of the star when I look into her eyes, Tarot the She. I see this beautiful creature holding a tiny flame in her hands, and I feel hope when I see this. Beautiful. The moon. Raven's prophecy. And the sun. This one surprised me. Yeah, this one surprised me. Now, I don't have a problem with what people refer to as a creepy little baby on horseback. No, I think it's cute. But the sun from Thoth, the Thoth Tarot, came to mind. The sun in the center with all the zodiac symbols of the zodiac surrounding it. The sun rising from behind the mountain. I don't know. This is the one that came to mind. Judgment, number 20. From the Dark Goddess Tarot by Lorenzi Prince, Persephone. Liberation. And last but not least, of all my tarot decks, the world card that makes me feel the world, the meaning of the world card, Raven's prophecy. And that was my 22 major favorites. It was hard. As you could see, like, I did cheat for the sun, the strength card, where I shared more than one, and the devil. Honestly, I guess the truth of the matter is that there's a reason why we own certain tarot decks. It's because we enjoy them, right? So I pretty much could have easily, I could have, let's say, Marielle could have taken up most of the 22 for the major arcana. Most of my decks could have at least more than half of the major arcana cards are my favorites. Like, I really really resonate with me. But for this exercise, I wanted to go with, I wanted to follow the rules, at least try, and go with the cards that just popped in my head with when I thought of that major arcana archetype. When I thought of that archetype. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through of all 22 as a little recap. I really wish, like, when I Tarot the She, I really wish they would make them borderless, the size of those big shiffer cards, because that would really be amazing. I don't care if it's glossy, but make the image of the card borderless, the entire size of that card, so that we can actually see everything easily. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm wishing you all a beautiful day.